Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a while since I actually posted a video, so this is going to be like an overview over the past like 6 months. A lot has happened, so I've actually been very busy, but not busy at the same time. But I've actually found some time to actually post stuff on social media. And just to recap, I've gotten a government job as a secretary, or should I say floating secretary. It's with what's known as NYCHA, or the New York City Housing Authority. This is actually a unique job in and of itself, mainly because you kind of work at your own pace. I don't want to say it's a special job, but it is a unique job because, as I previously said before, you don't have nights, weekends, holidays, call-ins, or doubles. It's 8:30 to 4:30, and I get that work-life balance. So when I get home, I can work on the stuff that I need to work on. So that's pretty much what that was. A little background to that story there. How I got the job was I actually took the city exam, and I've taken 20 city exams, and I passed 12. And so a bunch of city departments got back to me, which was the police department, the fire department, the sanitation, taxi and limousine company, the Department of Finance, Education, Health and Human Services, I think it was, the Department of Social Services, Human Resources Administration, and a few others. But yeah, it was a whole bunch of departments that reached out to me for a job interview. But NYCHA was the only one that actually got back to me was the first one to get back to me, as well as hire me on the spot. DCAS also got back to me too. A little bit about NYCHA. NYCHA is basically a housing authority that oversees low-income housing apartments for residents. So if you're making like less than a certain amount, they put you into an apartment that is basically like 30% of your income. So if you're making like $2,500, you pay like I say about $900 to $1,000 roughly, I guess. Depending on what the situation is that you have. But the job itself is it's unique because of its positioning, and I get to be in the office, and I would get to work with management, and I do a lot of mold and court cases too. So there's over 17,000 work orders, and I say about 40% of them are mold, mildew, and court. So I'm the one that has to make sure that they get scheduled and the painters show up, and basically make sure all that stuff is finished. So I have a big job. So I'm overseeing almost 60,000 people, or I'm sorry, 60,000 tenants, I guess you could say. But there's a total of 400,000 residents, which includes all 5 boroughs. So mine is it's a pretty unique job. You don't just come across a job like this. Mainly because an agency like NYCHA, they don't hire people per se, but they're short-staffed, so they need people like me because a lot of the secretaries went out into the field, and they needed somebody that knew something about Excel. So I get to work directly with management and directive. So we got office management, plumbing management, supervisory, people like that, plus the director. I was given the title of director secretary, so I have to work with the borough director. So the borough director is my supervisor. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do that. I'm in an excellent position to actually move forward. So all I have to do now is just wait a year, and I get promoted to not really get promoted, but apply for a promotion, which would be the principal administrative associate, which will all that needs is like a year's worth of secretarial work. So I'll be eligible for that as soon as the probationary period is up, which is also a year. So the PAA is 60, I believe it's $60,000 to $65,000 a year. Don't quote me on that. I have to double check, but most of the information is listed on the city exam site, so you can definitely look into that. When those city exams come out, I do actually have to apply for those, and those are the kind of things that I would like to have under my belt. When I got into the city government, the only thing I knew was how to work with Excel. Now I work with like maintenance management software, garnered 4 different certifications, and now I do, like I said before, court cases, mold cases, mildew cases, appointments, assessments, things like that. I have to send out all the notices, make sure all the residents get their notices, get their certified mail out. So this for me is a big deal. Otherwise, if I wouldn't have got this particular job, I would have went back to school for a bachelor's degree and actually work for a business consulting firm. That's pretty much just what my job is in a nutshell. I've already been at it for a good 4 months, I believe. I've gotten the job on my birthday, so they hired me on my birthday, but I didn't tell them that. But I didn't actually start until October, like the third week of October. So, but I'm so happy anyway because I've gotten the money I needed to purchase all the other stuff that I have now, which includes this nice helmet here. So this helmet cost me $81, but I don't want to say it's unique, but this one flips up with the visor and everything. So this was something I thought that was pretty cool. So there's that. You have this that flips up. You got the visor, plus you have an additional visor here as well. And then what I added to that was this thing here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is something of what I put my camera on. Some of you guys have seen it, some of you guys haven't. So what that does is it will allow for me to take 360 photos and video while basically while I'm out and about, and I'll be able to post that for you guys on YouTube and other social media outlets. So there's that. Backstory on that is that I always wanted to get a helmet anyway, because just for safety issues. And about a week after I purchased the helmet, I busted my ass on the street, which was like yesterday. So I busted my ass on the street. I guess my board couldn't get good footing onto the ground because I guess the road was really bumpy. So I flipped over and I hit the pavement. And then when I got up, I turned around and there was a car that was waiting to hit me. It was sitting right there. There was a car sitting right there, or an SUV or a van. I forget what it was, but it had his warning lights on, and I was like, "Oh crap, I'm screwed." I didn't think that was going to happen the second time around. As soon as I just needed the helmet, and thank God for the protection, to be honest with you. Also, got the Nintendo Switch. Some of you guys seen it, some of you guys hadn't. I've gotten really bored while I was on the train, so I said, you know what? I got $400. Let's go get a Switch. So I bought the Switch, and I've gotten the Mario Kart 8, Overwatch, as well as Super Smash Brothers. I still have yet to actually purchase some more of the games that I like, which is Zelda and Assassin's Creed. I just recently saw Dragon Ball Z Fighters on there as well, which kind of blew me away because I didn't think I was going to find that on there. Plus a couple of Kirby games and a few other things, so yeah, definitely want to get those games on there so I can play those. But yeah, there's that. And then as far as the music and videos go, I'm still trying to hammer out the motion graphics for it. I have to do all the motion graphics by myself. I don't have any actual help in putting the motion graphics together. So everything's going to go through After Effects and Premiere Pro, as well as Photoshop. And I don't want to say I master Photoshop, but I know quite a bit about the Adobe stuff. So, but yeah, I had to figure out the time between my job as well as my music and my videos. So I just have to figure out the exact schedule. I've written the schedule down, but I have to figure out the exact schedule so I don't waste time in getting that stuff up. So, but yeah. So there's that. The funny thing about all this stuff is that this is a month later after I got basically kicked out of my old place, and I get a job a month later. I never really understood why that actually happened, but there's not really much you can do about it. So whatever. I also want to upload videos wishing you guys a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year, and Hanukkah and Yule and all that. But I just been so busy doing stuff that I just didn't get the chance to do so. So I've been making a whole bunch of trips to B&H and Micro Center, and yeah, I've garnered quite a bit of money to where I can just focus on trying to get more stuff to you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much where it's at right now. So I also purchased a selfie stick, which is like 10 feet long. Some of you guys seen it, some of you guys haven't. That's where that's where this actual camera is actually sitting on right now. Plus an extra tripod to actually sit it on, and a few other things. Had to go get a whole new wardrobe, so had to replace it on my shoes. So as soon as I get back to the storage, I gotta basically, I don't want to say throw away all my shoes, but because a lot of the shoes I had got holes in them, I don't feel like smelling them when the rain hits and it gets into your socks and it smells like icky and dirty and all that shit. I'm not down with that. So I gotta replace all my shoes, replacing all my pants and things like that. Everything, I don't want to say everything is getting replaced, but a good chunk of what I have is getting replaced. So the minute I go back to the storage, I'm going to basically throw away the stuff I don't need. Additionally, some of you guys seen the war bonnet that I've also purchased as well. That is actually handmade. So the handmade war bonnet, I guess I can show you guys. So this is pretty much basically what the war bonnet looks like. So yeah, it's really beautiful. There's a few reasons why I purchased this basically. So one is that I got tired of people calling me Puerto Rican or Hispanic or albino, all this other crap, and so I had to constantly correct them for it. So basically what this war bonnet does is that it's basically extroverts what my ethnicity is. So as some of you know, I am Native American, with the Cherokee, Indian, and Choctaw, and the family of which I come from is a tribe registered in Georgia. So I believe it's the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, I believe it is. I don't know the exact verbiage or term for it, but I do know that's where it is. My grandmother's registered. My mother kind of shied away from it, but I'm trying to get myself registered as well. But yeah, my royal family is recognized by the Bureau of Indian Affairs. So that's pretty much the backstory on that. But yeah, I really just gotten tired of people calling me the incorrect ethnicity. I'm always having to correct people. I got tired of that. I bought this war bonnet to show that. Some people call it a headdress. Fine, I'll take that. But it's the main purpose of it is a war bonnet. Now, unfortunately, I got this from Indonesia, but it was handmade. I liked it. It fit the profile, and my favorite color is green. So my new bunkmate, he actually is working promoting events and works at night. So I get the chance to actually record some video, and so me and him talked just a little bit, and he wants to be an actor and a few other things. And this guy is built. This guy's muscular. He's a guy from Europe, and he's been here for a good 9.5 years. And really cool guy. I like him. Really cool white guy. I mean, there's not really much to say about him, because I don't want to dive into his personal life. But he wants to become an actor one day, just like I want to be like an actor / producer, multimedia specialist one day. But yeah, the guy is built like he guy's built, so full muscle, and he drinks all the whey protein. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So whatever. Not much to do about it. Alright, so yeah, so that's just a small thing about him. he's kind of introverted, so I just kind of waited until he just left until I actually posted this video, or actually talked on this video. There's not really much else to really talk about as of this moment because I'm still trying to get everything together. It's been really, I'm not supposed to, be where I'm at right now, but obviously the universe knows that. I know that. It was just kind of a misstep that I made, and I recognize that. I made a whole bunch of missteps, and there's kind of very few that I regret. But you live and you learn. You gotta keep moving. There's nothing you can do about it. That's the whole point of being an adult. So yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I am trying to get more vlogs up. I'm trying to get more videos and short films up. It's just the money wasn't there the first time around. As I said before, I'm trying to get some. I just obtained some motion graphics to work on. So Headlock as well as Studio of the Black Lion is going to get some updated graphics. And I'm also working on Studio of the Black Owl, which basically consists of everything Celtic, everything Native American, and everything that deals with I guess the universe. I don't know. Maybe that's the right term for it. Everything that deals with, I guess, the spirit or soul. I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to work that out. But yeah, that's pretty much in the works. But it's been very busy. It's the media that really takes a while, and it's me the editing version, the editing most of the media, which that takes a lot of time. Obviously, there's a reason why people ask for a lot of money for it. But I digress about that. But yeah, so what I wanted to tell you guys is that if you are looking for a halfway decent job like I am, basically apply for the city exams because it is like the biggest job security that you would ever get your hands on. So it'd be you, your family, your siblings, your parents, your kids, whatever. They all get. The reason why I say that is because they get like some of the highest benefits that anybody, like any employee would ever be able to get. Medical, discounts, vacation time, especially vacation time, 401k, stock options. The city government, state government, feds. It doesn't really matter where you get the job from. They do that because they get a lot. They get a lot of those benefits. They get a lot of those benefits from the city taxes. So the more benefits that you get, the lower taxes that the providers get from those benefits. So higher benefits, lower city taxes. That's pretty much how it works. Lower state taxes, lower Fed taxes. So it's a big trade-off between city government and private employers. So that's pretty much how it works. So the two things I was looking for is stock options and housing discounts, which the city of New York does provide for that. You just have to be in a position to actually get that kind of stuff. I'm not sure exactly how other cities work, but I do know for New York City, you do have to be within the 5 boroughs to actually get a city job. They don't necessarily allow for you to be out, in Nassau or Westchester or New Jersey or pretty much anywhere else in the United States. They want you right here in New York City in order to actually keep a job. It's right there in the description. But if I was you, if you're really looking for a job, I'll apply for a city exam. Granted, it does take 2 years, up to 2 years, sometimes less depending on who you talk to. But once you're in, you're in. You don't have to worry about anything else. And the rehiring process is like much easier than anywhere else because you're not dealing with idiots basically. So my job is easy. I just make sure most of the orders are scheduled and not over, yeah, I'm just making sure most of the work orders are scheduled and make sure everything's done. And plus, I have to do reports as well. But it's, I have to make sure that I mean, it's a lot of the stuff is brain work, but it's easy brain work. It's much better than what I used to do in the past. A lot of you seen some of my photos doing Amazon work and delivering food to via Gate Gourmet to the airports and things like that, and a whole bunch of things you guys saw me do. But no, this job I love. I'm not going to move anywhere else. The job is called Floating Secretary or Secretary 3A, depending on who you talk to. And I pretty much, my supervisor is the borough's director, which the borough director oversees almost a few thousand people, probably. So, if I gotta, what she says goes. We'll just put it like that. But yeah, that was pretty much a cap of over the last 6 months, and I'm gonna try to post more and more videos when I get the chance. And that's pretty much about it. I will see you guys in the next video, and we'll pretty much go from there. Peace. This face.